I guess like most people, I hadn't given much thought to Hurricane Ike. For me, it was that storm that came in during the elections as the financial system collapsed. It missed New Orleans and was downgraded to a Category 2. For the most part, the news coverage and the public focused on other things. But Ike devastated Southeast Texas. It was a storm the size of Texas and the third most destructive hurricane to ever hit the United States.
This storm has been basically the forgotten storm. The devastation and the damage has been so great, and it has been so widespread. Actually, Hurricane Ike goes down in history as one of the most expensive storms for Texas. And so they're coming home to absolutely nothing. The city itself is basically almost dead because all of the stores there were affected, the churches there were affected, and the homes and the schools there were all affected. And so they're really putting their lives back together.
It will be a struggle for many families to rebuild, and this has been compounded by the lack of financial support donated to disaster recovery efforts. Given the size and impact of Ike, the response pales in comparison to other storms. Within 1 year following Hurricane Katrina, the relief effort received approximately $24 million in support, while within that same period, Ike has garnered less than $300,000.
It seems very sad that the rest of the country, other Christians, aren't aware of the needs here. It's amazing that people back in Florida, when we say we're coming into Galveston, well, that's a storm from last year. Many think it's a minor storm because the press wasn't there. The communication at a national level wasn't there.
One thing people need to know is that the damage from Hurricane Ike is far from over. They are still rebuilding their lives. They're still in desperate need of help. They're still in situations where their belongings are gone, their homes are mere shells, their streets and neighborhoods still stand empty. But they want to rebuild, they want to go back, and they're asking for our help, and I want us to be able to respond.
We were overwhelmed by the empty houses in each neighborhood and the damage that remained. But we were also encouraged by the homeowners we met and their will to come home again. Many have faced the challenges of being uninsured or underinsured, living in temporary housing, dealing with unscrupulous contractors, and not having the resources to rebuild.
Right after the storm, you have a lot of people, a lot of different contractors that come in, and we've heard the stories, you know, people getting ripped off and money being taken away, and then they never come back.
Some people get taken horribly with money they can barely afford. The difference is when Christians come, when Presbyterians come, they see people who work hard, who love what they're doing, and who are doing it because God says, go be my people and take care of this. And that renews faith as well. And thank all of you who have given to support PDA through One Great Hour of Sharing. We wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you.
Well, when I first saw hope was when I saw the first group come in. I told my sister, if God's willing and I get back home, we are going to have to get the family together. You know, we're all spread out. We haven't seen each other since this hurricane. It'll be a wonderful recovery for all of us. So, I mean, that's why it's so important for me to get my home together. It's just a transformation from the old to the new. And I think there's going to be some new things for my life.
Presbyterian Disaster Assistance is working alongside the presbyteries affected by Ike to make a long-term commitment to these families and the long road of recovery ahead. Volunteer villages are open, and the church needs our congregations to respond to the call as one body and one community. Whether through praying, donating, or volunteering, the church needs each one of us to answer this call.
My hope and prayer is that our people in Presbyterian churches will respond, that congregations will say, I want to help financially with this. I want to help in prayer with this. I want to commit myself to go and volunteer with this and to be a part of those volunteer villages. That's my prayer, that we'll respond in faithfulness to when we hear God call here.
Every group that's come through have made a sign from their church, so I'm looking forward to see it get filled. You know, if more people will come, we'll make you feel like your family. We will look after you. We will take care of you. So y'all come on down.